Hello, greetings from Houston. My name is Shishi Zagale. I run Mitochondria, the Colonial Movement and Wellness. In the description, you will find how to donate to my practice, how to keep me fed, alive, housed for a consistent period of time. All classes are now in Maryland Park, Houston, Texas. So it's another theater session. Last time we did lost, like we're lost, or something's lost, or late, we're late, we lost our keys, right? This time we're gonna do something a little nicer. We're gonna do how are you, and as we move through this practice, we're gonna have more and more of like a demeanor. So it's like, where are my keys, and how are you? Like it's like you have to imagine yourself saying it as if to a friend, or as if to an enemy. You know, like if it's a friend, it's like, where are my keys? How are you? If it's an enemy, it's like, where are my keys, bro? Also, how are you? How are you? Like with the finger, put them down. Like, okay. How are you? How am I? Right? That's how you hate someone. Okay. That's fun stuff, right? So I'm gonna talk a little bit about your hip region. Okay. Do me a favor and do some butt kicks to 20, 20. Okay? Do 40 and 40 twice. Alright? Just to get some energy going. And so your hips are a very nice part of your body to think about. They're very polite parts of your body. Last time it was your shoulders. Those are not nice. It's kind of angry. They're kind of rude, right? They don't always like people. They're kind of stressed out. Your hips, they're for socializing, being political, going outside. They're for loving other people. You know, they're for hanging out. They're for chilling. So let's say you're the type of person like me who you don't always want to touch people. You're not really into like being touched. That's okay. So what does nervous look like? Let's try nervous. Nervous for me, I'm like, my hands are right here. On top of my foot. I'm hungry too. I get hungry. Right? I'm like, I want food. I want a Coke. You know, I want to hang out with like my beloved. Like I want to do something I like. You know, that's me nervous. That's the proper way to be nervous, though. Right? When I'm nervous, I don't go up to you and I don't start to scream at you. I don't hate on you. Like that's not me. Okay. So that's nervous. Okay. So let's say we're not doing any handshaking. We're not. None of that bullshit. That's not theater. That's just bullcrap. Okay, throw that away. Right now, though. Okay, so this is an old friend. Not old. You see them pretty frequently. You know. Let's say you're paying for something. Boop, boop. Right. You see them, and you go, "Hey, how are you?" And I need you to like practice body language like this. Do this with your hands, like this. Yeah. Have my culture. We're Latina. Okay? What's next? So, what do you do when you see someone and you say, how do you go and open your kiss them? No, you don't. You have a boundary, right? You don't, what will do you punch them in the face? No, you have education. You know how to act. That's an acting thing. So, what happens next is that either you can have a stronger boundary, other than we talk for 2 minutes and I leave. You can have a stronger boundary and just be like, I have to go. Sorry. That was 2 boundaries you just had. Remember that. That was work. That was a lot of work. Or you can invite them in. So let's invite them in. Okay? And let's have that boundary later in like 15 minutes. Alright? So you say, hi, how are you? Practice with me. With your hand, like this. Do this with your hand. You're getting someone's attention. You're being polite, though. You're not being rude. It's called culture. Right? Both hands like that, with your fingers. Do this with your fingers. It's the piano. Alright? like that. Good. So, and then another way to invite somebody is with your chest, like this. Like you explain something to them. You say, "I'm okay, and you?" Okay. Practice. "I'm okay, and you?" with your throat. "I'm okay, and you?" And do this now with your hands like this. "And you? How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you? I'm okay. How are you though?" All right. Now, let's say you're walking with this person. You're walking somewhere. You're not really ready to get rid of them yet. You're pretty okay with hanging out. You know. You're not trying to get too close to them. This is like a person. You don't know if they showered this morning. Did you shower this morning? That's just funny, right? It's like, what do you mean did I shower? Of course I showered. I'm a human being. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know if you showered. I have not looked you up. I have not looked inside your house all day long. I have not put your cameras in your house. And they're like, "Are you sure? Because it sounds to be pretty interested in me." Right? So just let that go. That was funny though, right? So, in a human conversation though, what really happens is that you're trying to figure out something to do with that person, right? Not for a very long time, maybe not right here, right now. Maybe you want to have a plan for later. For the most part, is you're trying to figure out what to think about. What are you guys thinking about together? So let's come up with something. Are you thinking about something stressful? No, you're thinking about what you have to eat that day. You're thinking about another human being. You're saying, "How's mom? How's your mom?" Right? And so you have to put yourself in this other person's position. Okay? Hey, how are you? With that performance, you have to figure out, how do you feel? If I come up to you and I say, "How's your mom, dude?" Not everybody's comfortable with that question. So let's have like a neutral mom. You have a neutral mom. This mom, maybe she doesn't love you all the time. She kind of gives you a hard time, but for the most part, you respect her. Okay, no problem. All right. So when you get asked a question, what happens? And I'm trying to get into your body here. When you get asked a question, what happens? For the most part, you contract, but you contract to think about something. So think about it. So let's do something for your shoulders, okay? I want you to count to 20 with this. So do 20 of these. Make it 40. So do 40. Wait 20 seconds and do another 40, okay? And then you're gonna get into your hamstrings again. 40. Twice. Okay? With 20 seconds in the middle. So, say this person hurt you though. Let's move on to something more interesting. Say this person hurt you. Say this person, you saw this person again. So let's turn the tables around, right? So, turn the ticket table around. Say earlier, when we started, I was handing you the ticket. Now you're handing me a ticket. Okay? In emotional performance times, right? Whatever that means to you. This person hurt you bad, like a lot, like bullshit, right? You wanted to cry, and then they approach you. They're like, "Oh my God, hi, how are you?" So to a lot of people, that's like a slap in the face, right? To me, that should be more like a splash of water. Like you kind of need like a boundary more frequently with this person. With whatever person, this person does not understand that they hurt you for whatever reason. You might think that it should be obvious that they hurt you. That you feel like, oh, they know that they hurt me. They should just know, but people are weird, man. Like, I have to just call you out. Like, they don't necessarily know that they hurt. Maybe they do know that they hurt you. In this moment, though, they don't care. So boundary time is another theater thing. Boundary time. I hurt you. I come up to you and I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" Right? All crazy stupid, right? And you have to have a boundary. You have to be like, "I'm not cool with speaking to you. I'm going that way." Right? So what's this? What happened bodily? This happened. I'm not cool. You kind of want, when that happens, you kind of want this one though. Actually though, say it with me. Actually though, actually though, actually though, actually though, actually though, say it 8 times. Actually though, actually though, actually though, actually though. Actually though, actually though, actually though, actually though, and then protect yourself. I'm not cool with having this conversation with you right now. I want to inspire a little bit of eye contact from you. That's not easy. If you can't do it, that's perfect. Don't do it. Protect yourself and look. You can look down. I'm not cool with having this conversation with you. Okay, and then tell them what you're doing without your mouth. I'm going that way. Be vocal though, but with your hand emphasize. I'm going that way. Or other side. I'm going that way. And then look away. I'm going that way. And then walk away. Okay? Let's practice something that's a little more intense, like with our knees. Okay? So what's a stressful social situation where you get asked, hey, how are you? Right? That's like a class environment. That's like a job. That's like you owe somebody money. And they're like, hey, how are you? How are you? Right? Can you snap your fingers like that? Okay. So at this point, you're feeling crazy scared. Like somebody asked you for money just now. So you're trying to run away. So this is like your heart, and you push. Okay? That's like a pose. I invite you truly to do this for 20 seconds. Count to 20. And the other side, 20 seconds. 20 Mississippi. Okay? Now, they ask you for money, and you're trying to go away, and you feel bad. So now we're combining practices. So what did we go through today? We went through polite, we went through injured, we felt hurt, we felt scared. We went through scared first, and then we went through injured, hurt, and then we ran away. So let's practice them in a row. So you owe me money. No, I owe you money. No, you owe me money. And I go, hey, how are you? Pause. Forget about me. You're next. And then I'm you now. Okay? And actually, so scratch all that. So you owe me money. I go, hey, how are you? And I'm like asking you for money with my face. Wait, how do you do something non-verbally? How are you manipulative? Also, you gotta just like try to say something with your face, but without really saying it. That's not a good person to be, by the way. Like you have to say words. Use communication, please. So let's do all four. I'm like, I go, I'm okay. Okay, and then return the sentiment. How are you? What happened bodily? So first we have this reach with our feet. How are you? The hamstring, that shoulder, right? Let's try it the other way. How are you? You don't have to look at the person if you don't want to. Okay. What's next? What happened next? And then you ask me, do you have that money I lent you? And I'm like, so at this point you just don't really have time for this. You do not really agree that you owe this person money. Let's say that. So you go. So what happens first? I go up to you. I'm like, hello, and you're like, okay, do that for 20 seconds and then 20 seconds, okay, and or just choose one side. And I'm like, you have the money I lent you, and you're like, actually though, I'm not really ready to have this conversation with you right now. I'm going that way. And you lean and you walk away. Okay? Enjoy that practice. Okay? Bring in whatever variations you want. Make it your own. Make it snappy. Make it angry. Make it eccentric. Make it crazy. Practice with a friend. Practice with your dog. Practice with the mirror. Bye.